Methods with variadic number of parameters. Func names basically. Let's say numbers. I'm giving make some numbers into and 3 dots and returning it is again returning integer. Here I want to prepare a sum and I want to pass for now I want to pass some integers. Here 3 dots means you can pass any number of integers. It is not only single. If you want to perform the addition between 2 numbers, you can make 1, 2. I don't return any value. I just prepare a sum. And sum is sum. I'll just prepare the sum. Here it is a simply variable name, and we are not specifying anything here. It is simply an integer and putting 3 dots. So whenever you put 3 dots, it becomes array. It becomes array instead of a single integer. Even if you see here, make sum here integer 3 dots means there is some range of values you can give, multiple values you can give. Make sum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can give any number of arguments. This is a variadic number of parameter method. Variadic number of parameter methods. Variadic number of parameters method can be created by using range operator. Here, let me print the sum here. Here, passing one array actually. I'm taking var sum equal to 0 for I in numbers sum plus equal to I equal to I plus 1, similar to that. It is array. It is taking one value from the array and adding it to the sum. Again, it takes second value and add it to the sum. Third value, add it to the sum. Finally, print the sum. Let's see the result of these 3 methods. Sum is 3. What is 3? 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. 1 to 10 is 55. Here, we have only one method, but which is accepting multiple number of arguments, multiple number of values actually. When you don't know how many number of arguments to be passed, then you can go for variadic number of parameter argument so that you can pass any number of arguments. And then methods with in-out parameter. If you will remember,
sir, sorry to interrupt you. Variadic we are just now we have seen variadic parameters now. So for using this return type, like how we will do? Return type.
What is the return type here? This is integer only, right? Single return only, or else you can have multiple returns by using tuple. You cannot vary number of input arguments as output. Let me try. Good question. Let me try this as well. Func test, and I want to return multiple integers. This is what is your question, right?
Answer.
Yeah. Now let me return. It should be array only. Actually, it is not accepting. Okay, for output, it is not accepting. You cannot mention as varied number of argument as output. If you want to return multiple values, you need to use the tuple. It will not accept actually. Okay. Any doubts here? Number of arguments can be varied, but not the output. So it should be either tuple or simply plain data type. And in-out argument. In-out argument basically, let's see. Also written somewhere. Yeah. In-out argument, not parameter. Find swap. A is of type integer, B is of type integer. I want to swap, I want to put A value in B and B value in A. Let me take let the variable name A is 10. Let B variable is 20. The output, what I want is A equal to 20, B equal to 10. I want to swap the values between two variables. Let me, I'm calling a method swap. Okay. We have default value actually, default method. So it is taking, I'm just writing a method name as exchange. Exchange is my method name. A and B are already declared. I'm just taking A value and B value. And the expected output is A is 20 and B is 10. Let me call the method exchange. It is taking two input arguments of type integers. We also have two input variables of type integer. Exchange A value I am giving in place of first variable and B value I am giving in place of second variable. And here what I want to is I want to place. I'm taking, you know how to. I'm taking temporary variable and keeping A value in temporary, and I am putting B equal to 10. I'm putting A equal to B. So we are saving B value in A and B equal to 10. Temporary value means which is A. I'm putting in the B, and after this method, I am printing the value of A and B. I'll explain you the method. We have a method. The purpose of this method is to exchange the values between two numbers. I want to place B in A and A in B. So to place that you need temporary variable, first I am taking A value and putting it in the temporary variable. Now the A is saved, and in A I am putting B. Now B value is taken by the A, and now I am putting B. I am putting temporary variable in B. Temporary variable means A I am putting, but this is not accepting because the input arguments are by default constants. That is let. Cannot assign to value A. A is let. This value is let. You cannot change it. Let me put var here. See if you can change in this way. What is this? Even you cannot place var actually. When you place var, it is treating as labels instead of variables. Instead of variables, it is treating as labels, distinctive labels. Descriptive names we have seen that. So actually, you cannot put var here. By default, the input arguments are constants. So you cannot make any change in the value of them. You can use them, but you cannot modify them. Now, my requirement is to modify them, to exchange them. To make it possible, what we need to do is we need to use the in-out parameter. So that whenever you are passing a values, the values will not be passed here. The address of this value will be passed. so that when you make the change in address, the entire value will be reflected. Similarly here, anyways, we're having memory management. Here we can see again what is the difference between pass by value and pass by reference. Here we are passing values here actually. Let me remove this. Here we are passing values. Values cannot be exchanged or values cannot be modified because the input arguments are by default constants. Constants value cannot be changed. Now I'll write the same method in another way so that the expected output A equal to 20, B equal to 10 will be appeared. I'm writing function exchange. I am putting, let's see how to put it even, I don't remember. This is int B after integer. Let me take A value equal to 10, that B value equal to 20. And here, this is normal method only. I want to convert it into where to put input. Let's see if it is working. In out. Not the way this is. Not the way. Then just put it there and see. Exchange. Here if you see what we are expecting, it is not plain int.
Yes.
It is address of int, and address of int. You pass the address. It expecting integer address, so I need to pass the address. How to pass the address? Exchange and A value. I'm passing A value address and B value address. Now here you can take let temp equal to A equal to B equal to temp. Now finally print the value. See the inode parameters cannot be constant actually. Let's see if it is, yeah. Cannot pass immutable value as in-out argument. You're passing the address, the value in the address might be changed. So don't make the inode parameter as constant. So the inode parameter must be variable. Now the address, the error is gone. Now print A value, it's supposed to be 20, and the B value, it's supposed to be 10. Now we are calling methods. It is running. Here, the output is 20 and 10. Actual values are 10 and 20. This is how you can pass the address instead of values. By default, all the functions will take values. That is called pass by value. Here we are passing the references. References address. When you pass the address, you can make the change in that address. You can change the value in that address. To pass the address, you need to have the inode parameter. This is not that much important, but in interviews, sometimes you will find this question: how to pass the reference. Unit is the inode argument, and the final one is methods with default values. This is also important. Let me take font wish. I am passing message person and person. It is string. I want to wish him a good morning. And the person name is person. I can call a method wish, and the person name is the label, and string is the input argument type. I'm passing bn. I'm passing Aruna. I'm passing nothing. Yeah, here we need person, and here I don't want to pass any name, but it is expecting string. So when you give a string as input argument, then only it accepts. But I don't want to pass. I don't have any name to pass. Then what we can do is we can assign some default value. If nothing is passed, consider this value. It says good morning, man. Here it says good morning, dear. Good morning, Aruna. Here, good morning, man. Let me run it. Function with default value as an input argument. Yeah, while it is running, we'll see one more concept. Functions with optionals as an input argument. Trying to optionals we need to pass. Yeah, same I will get wish person string optional. String is optional here. You can pass or you can ignore the value. Okay. I'll just print optional methods. Yes, optional methods. Print if I'm using optional binding here, person equal to person found the person. Optional means it is optional. You may or may not do. If you want, you can pass. Otherwise, you can pass nil, but not nothing. If you simply pass optional method, if you do not pass anything, it gives you error because it is expecting a person of type integer optional, string optional. If you want to pass, you can pass the value, or else you can pass the nil. You can pass the nil. Otherwise, then pass the person name. Steve. It's not running. Any doubts here? Like how to pass the varied number of arguments or inode parameter, optionals as input arguments, and reference as input argument, and options as output. Multiple return types, like that is tuple and default values method. We don't use inout at any time actually. Even the nested methods you don't use, maybe 1% of chances. And the variadic also very rarely we use. Options we use frequently, and methods with multiple return values is not that frequent. Methods with descriptive names we commonly use that, and the methods input and output we regularly use this, and the first two also we use, first three also we use regularly. The fourth one is to just make sure your methods are meaningful and readable. Methods with multiple return types we don't use actually. Optional output we definitely use regularly on regular basis. Varied number of parameters, very rare. Methods with inode parameter very rare, and default values we use sometimes, and the nested methods very rare. Let me put on relaunch. Any doubts, Aruna, Selja?
ఒక్కసారి డిఫరెన్స్ పాస్ బై వాల్యూ అండ్
I'll take a new slide and explain you the concept of pass by value and pass by reference. We are again having this concept while dealing with memory management. Anyways, I'll explain you the concept here. Let's say I'm having B here. And this is A. The value in A, I'm having 10, and the value in B, I'm having 20. These are the two variables which I have declared. I'm having a method to this method. I'm passing these two arguments in a normal way. What happens is exchange first is integer and second is integer. This is my method. I am passing these two arguments, these two values to this function, so that what happens is here one more variable will be created. The name of the variable is first. The second variable is second. And what I'm trying to do is I want to put the 20 into 10, like the second value into first value into second. So I'm trying to put that. We have assigned by using temporary variable. We have modified that. Yeah, 10. We did that. But actually, when you come out of the function and when you print A and B are 10 and 20 only. Actually, even though you have switched, you tried to switch actually. You try to switch, but Swift does not allow because the input arguments by default are constants. Even if it is allowed, only the exchange will occur. You can see the exchange only within this method, but not once you come out of this function. These two values are gone, and you will see only A equal to 20 and B equal to A equal to 10 and B equal to 20. Then you simply pass as values. When you pass the values, what happens is the copies are created for the same 10 and the same 22 copies are created, and first is pointed by first variable, second is pointed by the second variable. Same thing when you use in-out parameter. Only interview ke important concept, but మనం ఏ విధంగా అచీవ్ చేస్తాం
అందుకే అడుగుతున్నాను.
ఓకే. When you use in-out argument, in-out keyword here, these two variables will not be created. Only the first and second, the names are the pointers actually, points to the same A, and the second will point to the same B. I am trying to modify here so that the actual values are reflecting here. Whenever you use in-out, the additional variables will not be created. The same existing variables, two pointers will be created. This variable is now pointed by A as well as first. This value is pointed by B as well as second. When you modify either A or B or either first and second, if you modify first, A will be reflected. If you modify second, B will be reflected. In this method, what we did is we exchanged the values. I put 20 into 10, sorry, 20 into A and 10 into B. Now, when you come out of function and when you print A and B, the actual values are reflected. The reflected values will be printed. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇంకా అడ్రస్ ను పాస్ చేస్తున్నాం. అడ్రస్ అంటే ఈ వేరియబుల్ కి ఒకే అడ్రస్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ అడ్రస్ లో చేంజ్ చేస్తాం కాబట్టి ఆ వేరియబుల్ అడ్రస్ లో ఉన్న వాల్యూ చేంజ్ అయింది. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఈ అడ్రస్ వేరు, ఈ అడ్రస్ వేరు. మనం ఎక్స్చేంజ్ చేసింది ఒక చోట, బట్ యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూస్ పంపించిన చోట రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదు. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కనుక మనం ఎక్స్చేంజ్ చేసాము, బట్ అవి యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూస్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాయి. ఎందుకంటే మనం అడ్రస్ పాస్ చేసాం కాబట్టి ఆ అడ్రస్ లో వాల్యూస్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాయి ఇక్కడ.
Okay. Copies won't be created.
Yes, copies won't be created in case of call by reference. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్ అంటే సింపుల్ గా ఫంక్షన్ లోపల ఇంకో ఫంక్షన్ ఉందా అని నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్ అంటారు. జనరల్ గా ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే కనుక టు మేక్ ద నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఆర్ ప్రైవేట్. లెట్స్ సే ఫంక్ ABC and having ఈ ఫంక్షన్ లో and having func DEF ఈ ఫంక్షన్ ఉంది. నేను బట్ బయట నుంచి ఓన్లీ ఏబిసిని కాల్ చేయొచ్చు కానీ DEF వర్క్ అవ్వదు. DEF కనిపించదు. జనరల్గా యూజ్ చేయము. కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే ఇది యాక్చువల్గా టు మేక్ ద ఇన్నర్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ప్రైవేట్. దీన్ని ప్రైవేట్ చేయడానికి కోసము మనము ఇన్నర్ ఫంక్షన్స్ నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్ యూజ్ చేస్తాము. బేసిక్గా ఇవి రికర్సివ్ కోసం యూజ్ చేస్తారు అనుకుంటా. When we define a function inside a global function, we refer to that function as a nested function. A nested function has access to the values defined inside its closing function. Only local variables ki access ఉంటుంది అని చెప్తాడు. ఇక్కడ చూద్దాం అది కూడా ఎలాగో. ఇంకేం ఇచ్చాను. A is accessible in print message and print hello world methods. ప్రింట్ హలో వరల్డ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ యాక్సెసిబుల్ అవుట్సైడ్ ఆఫ్ ద ప్రింట్ మెసేజ్. అదే ఇక్కడ ఈ మెథడ్కి ఈ మెథడ్ని యాక్సెస్ చేసేదానికి ఛాన్స్ ఉండదు, అది కూడా చెప్పాడు ఇక్కడ. ప్లస్ ఇక్కడ ఏవైతే ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తామో ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ ఇంటీజర్, యూ కెన్ ఆల్సో యూజ్ ద ఇంటీజర్. దిస్ ఇస్ కామన్, దిస్ ఇస్ కామన్ లెట్. బట్ యాక్చువల్గా నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్ ఎందుకు యూజ్ చేస్తామని ఇంకా ఇన్నర్ ఫంక్షన్స్కి మనం బయట నుంచి యాక్సెస్ ఇవ్వము, అలాంటి మనం యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ అడుగుతుంది కాబట్టి ఈ జనరల్గా ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేయం మనం కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే ఒక ఫంక్షన్లో ఇంకో ఫంక్షన్ ఉండడాన్ని నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్స్. ఇంకా మిక్స్ అయ్యా ఫంక్షన్స్ దాని యొక్క సింటాక్స్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది చెప్తున్నాను ఇక్కడ. సి లాంగ్వేజ్లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది, స్విఫ్ట్లో ఎలా ఉంటుంది, దాని కాలింగ్ ఏ విధంగా ఉంటుంది కూడా ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నాను. డిస్క్రిప్టివ్ నేమ్స్, ఇక్కడ అడిషనల్ లేబుల్స్ ఇవ్వడం వల్ల మనకి మీనింగ్ఫుల్ మెథడ్ నేమ్స్ వస్తుంది. అదేవిధంగా ఫంక్షన్స్లో వేరియస్ టైప్స్ ఫంక్షన్ నో ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ అండ్ నో అవుట్పుట్, వన్ ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్ అండ్ నో అవుట్పుట్, మల్టిపుల్ ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ అండ్ సింగిల్ అవుట్పుట్, 3 ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ విత్ సింగిల్ అవుట్పుట్, ఇక్కడ టపుల్ రిటర్న్ వాల్యూస్ ఇచ్చేది. ప్లస్ ఆప్షనల్ ఇన్పుట్ ఆప్షనల్ అవుట్పుట్స్. దెన్ ఇన్అవుట్ పారామీటర్ మనం స్వాపింగ్ చేసాము, బట్ స్వాప్ అనేది డిఫాల్ట్ మెథడ్ ఇచ్చేసారు, ఇంతకుముందు లేదు కానీ డిఫాల్ట్ మెథడ్ వచ్చేసింది. తర్వాత ఫంక్షన్స్ విత్ వేరే నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పారామీటర్స్ బై యూజింగ్ వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ ఆపరేటర్, క్లోజ్డ్ రేంజ్ ఆపరేటర్ అండ్ నెస్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్స్. ఇవి కాల్ బై రెఫరెన్స్. ఇది కామన్గా యూజ్ చేసేది. మనం ఇంకా రేపు చూసే క్లాస్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్ అండ్ క్లాసెస్, దాంట్లో ఏ విధంగా మనం మెథడ్స్ రాయాలి, వాటిలో ఏ విధంగా ఇప్పుడు ఇంతవరకు మనం పాస్ చేసింది ఓన్లీ ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా పాస్ చేస్తాం. ప్రిమిటివ్ డేటా అంటే ఇంటీజర్, ఫ్లోట్, డబుల్, క్యారీ, స్ట్రింగ్ అవి పాస్ చేస్తాను. రేపటి నుంచి ఇంకా ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ పాస్ చేస్తాం. ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని ఏ విధంగా పాస్ చేయాలో రేపు చూద్దాం. ఈ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ని ఏ విధంగా క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ వేస్ టు క్రియేట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, అవన్నీ కూడా రేపటి క్లాస్లో చూద్దాం. ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి.